Hi, I'm CJ Elmberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. So, spring is in the air, as you can tell, which means we're about ready to have a bunch of spring sales. So, your lambs, your goats, your hogs, it is that time of the year for those type of sales. And, you know, we understand that they're a lot smaller species, especially this time of the year when you're buying those projects. So, why drag a trailer when you're going maybe different states, maybe just a long day drive, instead of dragging that trailer where maybe you're going to buy a couple projects and throw them, you know, in a trailer and you know, spend a little bit more on fuel and dragging that, where you could actually go with a stock box that actually just slides in the back of your truck. So we've actually got two Cimarron stock boxes sitting behind me here. Both of these are 60-inch long. So if you're running a short box, you'll be able to push that guy right up against the bed of the front of the bed itself, and then actually shut the tailgate. If you run a toolbox and you're running a long box truck, you can do the same in these type of setups with a 60-incher. A 72 is another popular option that we carry. These just happened to just show up the other day, so we wanted to start videoing these, showing you how these guys are equipped. We have a ton of these on order. So just because maybe you're wanting a different size, different setup, and it's not like these two, definitely give us a call. We've got some options for you. So again, both these are 60-inchers. They're both going to be 48 inches wide and 43 inches tall. So if you're running a maybe not your standard, you know, your GM products, you know, your Rams and your Fords, and maybe you have a different brand truck, maybe your wheel wells are a little bit narrower, we can build these to fit those as well. So just don't dismiss them because they're the 48 inches wide, maybe don't fit between your wheel wells. On a smaller branded truck, we can actually build those. We've actually built them wide to fit on flatbeds as well, to go the full width on it. So these are really cool boxes because, in my opinion, this is one of the best return on investments you're going to find out there. These are going to be like equipment in the livestock world, you know, whether it's maybe you know, a stand, you know, it's a chute, it's a show box, those type of items. You're always going to have, when your kids are done showing, you're either going to have some friends, some family, you know, other people that you show with that are going to say, hey, when you're done with it, I'd be interested in buying that. Especially when your kids are younger, when you buy one of these, it'll get you clear through their show career, and then you'll have a really good piece to sell. And just like everything else, the prices have gone up. So typically, you're going to get your money back out of it from when you originally purchased the box itself. So again, really good return on investment, and they are so dang handy to have. Even if you get towards the end of the year, or maybe you're just running, you know, one head to state fair or something along those lines, and again, why drag a trailer? These are a great option. But when we start looking at the way that these are constructed, you know, Cimarron actually uses a lot of the same components that they use on the trailers themselves to build these stock boxes. So if we just kind of start and looking at the top, it's going to have the insulated roof. So this is the exact same insulated roof that's on every single Cimarron trailer out there. Well, why that's important is because when in these type of instances, it has that insulation. So especially if you're running in the summer months, you know, this guy here is going to keep that stall area 20% cooler than an aluminum sheeted roof itself. You know, it will withstand hail, you know, big hail as far as that's concerned. You know, and what's amazing is, and I mean, it's a little brisk here. We actually kept these inside last night in our wash bay, but if we would have came out here just like all the trailers, there'd be a nice level of frost all over this insulated roof. But then as we'd start looking at the side rails, these top rails, it would start melting off already just by the little bit of sun. I mean, we're single digits here this morning, and in low single digits. So, you know, the sun would already hit this and be melting off the side. You can probably even glance back at a couple of the Cimarron trailers we have beside, you know, these boxes here, and some of those you can kind of see the frost on top of the roof, and on the side rails it's already getting, you know, melting away. So that insulated roof does make a massive difference on these guys. This is the same top rail that they use on the trailers. The exact same extrusion they use on the trailers. So these are extremely well built. The fit and finish is amazing on these. It's not like, hey, let's grab some leftover aluminum and slap it together and call it good. No, that you're getting a lot of the same construction that you're going to get on the Cimarron trailers as you will on this stock box. So on this one here, I want you to notice this one here on this extrusion is going to be the mill finish. So this one here compared to this other one that I'll show you here in a minute, that one's the polished extrusion, but this one's going to have that little bit duller look. More, your more common stock trailer that you're going to see out there, or side extrusion. It also is going to have this rail on the side, which is great because it's good to be able to have that rail to pick this guy up, move it around where you need it to, get it in the truck, anything along those lines. The other thing too is it's great to be able to strap it down in the truck. I mean, look, you can do what you want, but me, just for peace of mind, I would go ahead and strap this guy down. And because of this rail on there, not only is it a handle, but you can actually put some hooks on it and then strap to, the hooks in your truck as well. This guy here is going to have the plexiglass insert on the side. So we've got a couple different versions here. This plexiglass, again, this is the exact same track that's on the stock trailers. That's on all their Lone Star models with this extrusion, but you're going to have that plexiglass. So you're going to have this little gap right here that's notched, so I can remove that plexiglass if I want. You probably noticed when we were looking at the roof that this has two-way roof vents on it. So again, we can manipulate some airflow by having these roof vents on top of the box itself, whether it's opening them facing the rear. So as maybe in the colder months, we don't want to blow that air directly on them, but we want that heat to rise and get it out of there. Or we can open them the other way and force air down. More than likely that'll be a common practice in the summer months themselves. Now, as we get to this stall area on here, you're gonna have these two gates. These are the exact same welded hinges that you're gonna see on the trailers themselves as well. So you're gonna be able to put grease to them if they get a little squeaky, get a little stiff on you. It has that brass rod. If you watch our videos, you're probably gonna notice we talk about that quite a bit, just because on this brass rod, it goes the full length of this and it's like a candy cane. It's got that groove cut into it. So when we put grease in there and open and close these, it's gonna wanna force that grease throughout that whole hinge. Same thing on the back, you got the plexiglass inside the doors. But then as we get into the stall area here, you're gonna notice this has got the full floor, and we've got these guys set on pallets. It's just so much easier moving them around the lot. So it's a little wobbly, but bear with us. We like to build all our stock boxes with the full floor. So the reason why is the last thing you wanna do is yank one of these guys out that doesn't have a floor, and guess what? Now you have to clean up the bed of your truck, where this instance here, you can just completely remove it very easily. This one here has got this option just became available about the last year, has become extremely popular. We completely sold out of these, but this is the store at the side gate. So if you notice, we have this gate that runs down the middle. So we have a 50-50 setup, but as you can see, I unpinned it. I can swing it over and lock it into place on the side itself. But with that, now we have a full opening. We're not having to actually remove the gate. There's a couple other styles where there's a 50-50 gate that goes straight across. You can do a 50-50 down the middle. There's a T style. Those can be removed to open it, but then it requires you crawling in and having to unpin and taking it out and having to store it somewhere, where this is that store at the side. And if you're familiar with Cimarron's products, especially their Show Star models, the pin system trailers, we go of the very popular option of 50-50 to 60-40. So those convertible style pins, this is the same arm mechanism that you're gonna see on those pin trailers. So again, very easy to operate. Move it to the side, out of the way, and then you have this full opening. You're also gonna notice that there's a LED light up at the front. You probably noticed when we were looking at the side that this guy actually had a 7-pin cord. This one here I've got plugged in so you can see it. There's a switch right up here at the top. You have to think about this. This is in the bed of the truck. So it's gonna be elevated, so it's really nice to have that switch, close to the back so you can get to it. But your cab light is blocked. It's gonna do you no good, but it is definitely a nice feature to have those lights on there. We've had some customers build these and actually do a load light at the back, just like we do on the trailers. You can do button lights down the side if you want. So there's a lot of different features and options that we can even look at with these guys. They're not just set in stone on, they're very similar to the trailers where we can create a custom box for you itself. Now, as we move over to the next one here, you're gonna notice again, that polished extrusion. So you're gonna notice that shiny extrusion on this guy here. This first box we looked at, if you ever wanted to clean it up, you can, if you really wanted to, you can take it to the acid wash and acid wash this one. This polished extrusion over here, we have to kind of just take care of a little bit differently. We're not gonna acid wash these ever. You're gonna do a citrus wash, which is a brightener. Heck, even if you wanna go to a local auto parts store, they sell, you know, citrus-based auto washes or soaps. That's what you're gonna wanna get on this guy, so it's gonna brighten it up. But as far as the layout on this one here, same dimensions I talked about. The difference here is instead of having the plexiglass inserts on this guy here, you're gonna have the fold down aluminum slat. So this is just like on a lot of our Show Stars, some of our Steerwalt models, Lone Star models. Now we have the air gap. This guy here just folds down, it's on those gas shocks. This is really nice because now we don't have to pull that plexiglass out, find somewhere to store it, and then put it back in. This is a really convenient feature here. It is an upgrade over the plexiglass, so a little bit more money, but boy is it handy to just open and close that. You know, if you think about it, when we really get to spring, when it's not single digits, you know, we're gonna have those really cool mornings and then we're gonna heat up during the day. So, you know, we might leave with it up and then we wanna get some airflow as it warms up. It's nice to just walk out and just drop those guys. Then inside this box here, exact same thing we just looked at. Full floor, store at the side gate, OptiBrite light, 2 roof vents. So again, the exact same setup that we just looked at. So again, we've got these in some 72 inchers. We've got some different gate styles. Again, we've got a lot of different features we can do on these. Again, over here on the side, you're actually gonna have your 7-pin plug. Typically, you have your in-bed plug back here at this back corner, or if you have to go up and over your tailgate, it's right there to where you can drop over and plug into your back bumper there. So again, a lot of this has been thought through. These guys here, I mean, 2 of us can move these guys around if you want. Again, I love keeping them on pallets here on the lot. If you have that capability at home too, it's just really handy to be able to throw it on a pallet, pick it up, slide it into the truck, and then same thing when you're done with it, have that pallet kind of right there at the back of your tailgate a little bit lower and slide it out. But really nice boxes to have. Again, really handy. We've got a ton of them. We've got a few here with a ton of them on order. So, you know, definitely give us a call. We can walk you through some different scenarios on what we've got coming, what's available, you know, what your needs are, size of your truck box, those type of items there. So I want you to give us a call. Anybody on the sales team can help you out. That number is 303-684-3400. Appreciate you tuning in. Have a good day.